Hollywood's big night is almost here. We've got our picks and also some surprises in store. I'm Alicia Malone and this is Screen Junkies News. Today's episode of Screen Junkies News is brought to you by the Uncarrier, introducing T-Mobile One. All unlimited, all in. The Oscars are this Sunday and we are all here to fill out our ballots. With me now, I've got Dan Morrill and Annie Signor to lend their expertise on who's going to win this Sunday at the Oscars. And over on social media, there's Joe Starr.
Hi, Alicia.
It's very convincing typing.
Thank you.
Keyboard cat.
The award for most convincing typing goes to Joe Starr. And to make this interesting, as we always do, we got some little rewards and punishments for who picks the most. Confidential.
Wow.
Yes, so stay tuned
no
for
pressure,
that.
Dan.
But let's first just get into our picks in the major categories, and then we're going to delve into some of these smaller categories as well. Our major categories, first off, guys, how are you feeling about the night? I mean, I think we've all picked pretty much the same.
More or less. Yeah, there's a couple of outliers, though, I think. I don't think we've all picked exactly the same. But yeah, there's the conventional. Every category has conventional wisdom. There's not one major category that people are like, I don't know. Every single one has a front one, except for maybe Best Actor, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
Andy, do you think there'll be surprises on the night?
Oh, no, I think this is going to be the La La Land Awards. I think it'll get very boring, and we'll just see it win, and that's what's going to happen.
Probably.
Jimmy Kimmel will make no jokes about it, and that'll be what it's known for.
Yeah, I think you're going to be right. But let's start off with Best Supporting Actor. Andy, who did you pick?
I mean, I think we're all picking this, right? It's Mahershala. I'm finally going to learn his name. Mahershala Ali. He's really great in this. And when he leaves the film, you're just constantly still thinking about him, which I think is why it's so effective. You're like, where did he go? What happened? Did he die? Did he not die? The fact that he was able to leave such a strong impact, he's also did such great work this year.
Yeah.
I think and that speech at the Golden Globes, oh man, when I was watching that, I went to my wife like, he just won the Oscar.
Because
I feel like all the voters, SAG Awards, all the voters were just like, oh man, what a wonderful guy this guy is. So I think it's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a shock if anybody won other than Mahershala Ali. However, supporting is generally the category where shock upsets can happen. I don't think it's going to happen this year. But Lion has been closing late. Lion was a latecomer on the scene. It was not part of the conversation. I don't think it's enough, though, to derail Mahershala.
I don't know. I think the Weinsteins are going hard in the promoting of Lion and particularly promoting Dev Patel. But I agree with you guys. I think it's going to be Mahershala Ali for Moonlight, and not just for this role, but for Hidden Figures and his incredible career on television and in movies. He was in Luke Cage this year.
Yeah. He had a big year. He had a really big year.
Really
so good in House of Cards. Yeah.
And made such an impact in Moonlight. Best Supporting Actress. Dan, we've all picked the same one. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, everybody, in November said this was Michelle Williams' award to lose, and I think everybody now has decided it's Viola Davis. I mean, she had that thing that every actor wants, which is like the best. She got to be in like the best scene of the year. That scene in Fences. It doesn't matter what you think about the movie. Like that scene in Fences that she has was. I remember watching it and just being like, oh my God, like that is a great piece of acting. She's great in that movie. I think Viola Davis, again, it's going to be hard to catch her.
Well, it's just one of those acting moments where it transcends. Clearly, you're so lost in it. The snot is proving it. You're just so in it, and you're watching it. Amazing. But I do think Michelle Williams had that moment, too, in Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah.
And any other year, I think it would have been hers to win. But Viola, I think, did outact and had more time to show and more screen time, which I think is sort of unfair. I would say Viola Davis was sort of a lead actress.
Yeah.
Michelle Williams truly was a supporting actress. But because of the weight of the scene, I think Viola will take it easy.
And Viola's been winning every single award under the sun in the lead up to the Oscars. So I think she's going to take Best Supporting Actress. This is the one category that I actually feel is pretty much a lock.
Yeah.
I think many other categories on Sunday could go either way, but Viola Davis for Fences.
Would be a true shock if she lost.
And it's like the most acting as well, you know.
The most demonstrable acting.
Yeah, incredible. Best animated feature. I'm going to choose something slightly different. I'm going to go with Kubo and the Two Strings. Now, Zootopia is the front runner, but Kubo has actually had a big push in this, you know, sort of phase 2 of Oscar marketing. You go around town and you see a lot of billboards for Kubo. They're starting to really put their money behind Kubo. And I think there could be a resurgence for that. So I'm going to pick Kubo, but Andy, you chose the...
Well, I mean, I would not be upset if Kubo won, because Kubo was fantastic, beautiful movie. I just think Zootopia has a little bit more behind it to gather that win. I think the Disney wants it to win. They're pushing for it strong, too. I see it all over the websites for your consideration. And I just think they're both really good films. I think those are the two that are toe-to-toe for me, but I think Zootopia will clinch it.
What puts Zootopia over the top for me is the message of that film. It's a message that they, when they were making the movie, had no idea would be as resonant as it is.
Yeah.
And I think that Kubo's a great movie. If you made me choose my favorite between these two, it's Kubo. But I think Zootopia is just too resonant and too current to not win.
Yeah, really great message there. Best actor. Andy, who did you choose?
I'm going for Casey Affleck. I think there was he was the front runner, and then he sort of lost the steam, and then Denzel sort of taken all the steam. But I just think it's going to come back around, and that'll be sort of the shocker. The biggest shock is the fact that he did actually win.
Yeah.
Just because I think they'll want to reward that film. And I think they do like that comeback story of now he's back and sort of in the controversy or all. Like they're just going to still want to reward him for that performance. And I think it's a really good performance. It's smaller than what Denzel does for sure. And I appreciate that almost in a way more. Like I think the loud stuff is sometimes easier to do. I think Viola Davis scene's the perfect example of when it's really done the best. But I do think Denzel was just shouting a lot. He's great. He's fantastic. One of our best actors ever. But the nuanced performance of Casey Affleck and just the watch and decline of that, I think that'll affect more people.
If Casey had won the SAG award, I might have chosen him. But the fact that Denzel won the SAG award, the actors are the biggest voting bloc in the Academy traditionally. And adding in not just the precedent of the Screen Actors Guild Award, you know, often winning the lead actor, the controversy around Casey Affleck, a lot of people said that he was immune from it, that it wasn't affecting his chances. I think that it's a long award season, and I think that Manchester by the Sea, if it had come out in December, maybe Casey Affleck would win. But I think because it came out earlier, because he was the winner for so long, quote unquote, Denzel came in at the end, I'm going to give him the edge and say he's going to take home the Oscar.
Yeah, it's funny to see there's been a bit of a backlash against Manchester by the Sea. Obviously, the stuff that's come out about Casey. At the start of award season, I was like, Casey Affleck, he's a lock for sure. But now I'm picking Denzel Washington. Like you said, Dan, the SAG winner, every Best Actor winner from 2003 till now has always taken the Best Actor at the Oscar if they've won the SAG. So I think that's a strong contender. Again, it's a brilliant performance. He directed the film as well. He already has 2 Oscars that he's won already, so this will be his 3rd, which would be incredible. So I'm going with Denzel. On to Best Actress. And Andy, who's your choice here?
I'm going with the favorite, which I still think is Emma Stone in La La Land. I think it's just they want her to win. Is it the best performance I've seen? It's good. She's good. But I just think this is one of those Jennifer Lawrence moments and moments where they're like they want to reward a very talented upstart actress. I think she does a great job. They love La La Land. I think it's a shoo-in.
Yeah, I'm picking Emma Stone as well. She's the emotional heart and soul of that movie. She sings and she dances as well. Plus, if you look at the Best Actress category, she's the only one that's in a Best Picture nominee. So I think that also gives her an edge. But Dan, you're picking someone else.
I did. I picked someone else because I feel like Emma Stone was never really the front runner. It was Natalie Portman forever. For Jackie. And then it's kind of bounced around. I'm actually going to go with Isabelle Huppert for Elle. I think that it's not unprecedented. Roberto Benigni pulled off a huge upset when he won for Life is Beautiful. Nobody expected him to win that award. And I feel like there are just enough great performances. I think Natalie Portman's going to draw some votes. I think Ruth Negga is going to draw some votes because Loving, again, the message of that movie, very relevant to now. Someone's always going to vote for Meryl Streep. And I just think that it's a lot more wide open than the conventional wisdom says. So I'm actually going to go in the upset and say that Isabelle Huppert wins for Elle and takes that award. That's going to be the big shock of Oscar night, because if there's even the Academy, I think, doesn't want to give La La Land everything, and if there's a category where they're going to turn, I think it might be in this one. So
I wouldn't mind if she won. I mean, she's so incredible in Elle. Best Director, Andy?
Damien Chazelle. I mean, I think that is the one where I get it. I feel like he directed that movie so well and visualized so much, and so I think that one's his.
Yeah, Damien Chazelle. If he wins, will be the youngest winner of Best Director in the history of the Academy Awards, which is no pressure for the rest of your career.
He's a talented guy. He's been nominated once before for writing for Whiplash, first time in the directing category. And I think you're right. I think Damien Chazelle will get it. You know, from that opening scene onwards, it's just beautifully.
And they started putting out his iPhone directing that scene. Have you seen guys watch that clip? They're campaigning it hard that he was the visual. So I think it's a no-brainer.
Exactly. And Best Picture, say it in 3, 2, 1.
La La Land. Although I want Moonlight.
I would not be shocked if Moonlight won. Moonlight is mounting a real. In the La La Land backlash, the window that's opened is Moonlight. That is the movie that the people that don't want La La Land to win generally tend to be backing.
It's funny. It's if Weinstein was doing La La Land or Moonlight, I would vote on that one.
Yeah.
But they don't have a good horse in this race, I don't think, this year. If they did, that would have been one of those would have got taken because they know how to campaign. Except they didn't. Sing Street. Screw you.
Yeah, they didn't do a good job with Sing Street.
Decided not to bet on that horse.
But Moonlight, I think, could be the surprise here. I mean, it's a film that it feels very needed right now and so beautifully done at the same time. So those are our picks for the competition. But seeing how we're so similar, we thought we'd make it slightly more interesting, and a chance to get some extra points is with this little game that we've got going on here. So there's 2 different categories here, so the telecast and the underdog. What happens is we're each going to pick out something, and it says
Let's do it
in here. So you pick out a category.
Not looking.
And it's a category that we've already talked about, but you have to pick your underdog in that category.
I have not chosen.
And if this one wins, then you get 2 extra points.
Okay.
So, Dan, what's your category?
Oh, Best Director. Okay.
Okay, so if Damien doesn't win, who are you picking?
It's going to be Barry Jenkins.
Barry Jenkins.
All right. If Damien doesn't win, I'm very confident in saying that Barry Jenkins would win for Moonlight.
All right, so that means you would get 2 points there if he wins. Andy?
Seems like cheating. Best Actor, Denzel Washington.
Oh, no. You're probably going to win this.
Yeah, you win either way. How is that fair?
Yeah, that's not fair. Best Actress, I guess I'll go Isabelle Huppert.
I got the one that the winner's locked in, and you both got the only one that could go one or the other way.
That's all right. Another chance to win. In this cup is what could possibly happen in the telecast. You pull it out and you say how many times you think this will happen, or if it'll happen at all.
Okay, let's see here.
This is similar to what we're going to be doing on our live stream this Sunday, which you should all watch.
Yes, plug
We'll be
it.
here, Screen Junkies News, watching the Oscars live, playing Oscar bingo, and a lot of other exciting fun things.
Okay,
So make sure
this
you
is interesting.
Dan?
Every time someone takes out their glasses to read from the teleprompter or an envelope.
How many times do you think that'll happen?
Not the teleprompter. The actors are way too vain to take they can't be wearing glasses, right? They take their glasses out to read. Emma Stone doesn't need glasses. Yeah, maybe. I'm going to go with takes their glasses out, so they're not wearing
Take your
them.
time, Dan.
2.
2 times.
It's such a weird thing.
very
Like, 'cause
weird.
they're not wearing
It'll
glasses.
happen at least once.
I'm going to say 2.
Andy?
I have every time Jimmy Kimmel uses Matt Damon or Ben Affleck for a joke.
Oh, God, that's going to happen a lot.
Boy.
I mean, it's going to happen at least twice. Will he double on the joke is what the question is. So I'm going to say yes, 3 times.
3 times. And mine is every time a presenter mispronounces a name, which could happen a lot when you get into
Wait,
some
is
of the
John
foreign
Travolta a
categories.
presenter this year?
I'm going to say
I hope so.
3 times.
Okay.
3 times. All right.
That's hard to
Those are our
police.
picks.
Someone could say it and we don't even notice.
Yeah. All right. And so to keep going with our Oscar picks, we thought we'd run down the Oscar
rounds.
ballot and just do a
Speed
speed
round.
round for the other categories. So starting with foreign language film, Dan.
I'm going to go with The Salesman. I think that that just has been in the news the most. And Salesman, I'm going to go with.
I'm going Tony Erdmann, which is the one that Jack Nicholson's redoing now. A lot of hype around it.
I'm going The Salesman. Makeup and hairstyling.
I'm going to go, it could be Suicide Squad, but I'm going to go A Man Called Ove since that must be impressive. I haven't seen it, but I just can't
It's
give
a
an
lot of
award to
aging
Suicide
makeup,
Squad
it's
and
good.
Star Trek Beyond. It's the same makeup they've always done.
I live in a Star Trek household, and
Yeah.
so I'm picking Star Trek
I
Beyond.
think it will be Star Trek Beyond. I'm picking Star Trek Beyond. Cinematography, I'm going with La La Land.
La La Land.
La La Land.
Yep. Film editing, La La Land.
Yes, also La
I'm
La
gonna go
Land.
Moonlight.
Moonlight, yeah.
Does zip around a little
Alright.
bit.
and
Maybe
this
that's
is also what we think will win, not what we want. But I would
sure.
love Moonlight.
But I'm gonna maybe they'll give it. I'm hoping.
Okay. Short film, live action. Like big nerd, I've seen all these. I'm going with Sing.
I'm also going with Sing because I think people will think that it's the movie that came out this year.
Not. I'm going with La Femme et la TG. That just sounds the most Oscar worthy.
Fair enough.
Sound mixing, I'm going with Arrival for all the alien sounds.
Ooh.
I'm going with Hacksaw Ridge for all the battle scenes.
I just think they're gonna give it to La La Land.
What are we up to? Visual effects.
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
If it's not Jungle Book, something's wrong.
I mean,
Yeah.
Kubo is really impressive,
Yeah.
but I think Jungle Book gets it.
Original score, La La Land.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Original song. Now La La Land is competing against each other, but I think it'll be City of Stars.
How Far I'll Go is A, a great song, and B, it's a great Oscar song. And I think if people actually listen to these songs, that's what they would pick. So I'm actually going to go with How Far I'll Go.
I'm doing it too. I thought I'd be the only one, but I think La La Land's going to cancel each other out. And unless Justin Timberlake can pull some sort of magic,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's definitely not Sting.
Yeah.
How Far I Go, I think they'll just want to give Hamilton his
The
EGOT.
Oscars want
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda on stage.
And they
giving a
want this will be his
speech.
EGOT.
This will be his EGOT.
Yeah.
I think it's How Far I'll Go. Plus City of Stars. I mean, there are
It gets in your head, though.
but there are 6 songs better. Every song
I know,
in
but
La
it's
La
one
Land is
that
better than City of
can't-
Stars.
Can't get out of your head, so I think that's why it'll win. Sound editing, Hacksaw Ridge for pew pew pew.
I went with La La Land.
Yeah, La La
'cause I think
Land.
the musical always gets one of them, so I'm
Yes.
gonna go with sound editing. I don't know.
Original screenplay. I wish it was The Lobster, but I'll go La La Land.
I'm gonna go Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah, I chose man. I think they're gonna give Kenneth Lonergan his due there for
Yeah.
Manchester.
Adapted screenplay, Moonlight.
Moonlight.
Yep. Costume design, La La Land.
Yeah.
Even though it's just for that one dress.
I can't.
I don't think it
can't-
should win this
I am the
category, by the
biggest
way.
La La Land fan in this building. I think. Well, when you're not here.
Yeah.
And I still can't believe it would win that award. I'm gonna go with Jackie.
And it shouldn't win the award.
It's
but I think
Shana,
it
though.
will.
I'm gonna go. I'm going with Jackie.
What's her name? Mary Soferis. She's
Oh,
the
yeah,
very,
yeah.
very famous,
Yeah.
iconic costume designer.
I still can't believe La La Land would win Best Costume Design. I'm
It's
going.
gonna.
I'm saying
Especially
Jackie.
for that iconic.
Yep.
Iconic dress. Documentary feature, OJ Made in America.
Yeah.
I picked
Well, the
the same.
13th is right. Is also or I'm not Trinigo is great too. Yeah, it's gonna be OJ.
Documentary short subject, Joe's Violin. It's about a Holocaust survivor and his musical instrument.
Oh, that's tough. I did
I'm gonna
not
go
know
White
that.
Helmets.
I picked the
Yeah,
White
White
Helmets
Helmets.
also. It's very current.
Yeah. Production design, La La Land.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
La La
have a
Land.
favorite there, so when in doubt, pick
I'm gonna
La
go
La
to
Land.
Arrival. I'm gonna take a chance there.
Animated feature.
Cool ships.
We already did that one. So animated short, Piper, which
Piper.
was played before.
How
Finding
can you
Dory.
watch Piper?
That was
and not
adorable.
love- that
It's
is a-
adorable. Plus, I don't think that many people actually watch all the.
No, Inner Workings also was very good. The one before Moana,
Oh, yeah,
which I
I liked
Yeah.
Inner Workings.
That was really,
That
really well
good.
done.
That was good.
All right,
but didn't make a cut for nomination.
Before we wrap up, we'll go over to Joe. What are people saying on Twitter about the underdogs that could possibly win?
Well, we asked Twitter what their big underdog surprises would be. We got a couple of good responses. At Emily Emeka said Hell or High Water or Arrival winning Best Picture. I think we'd be surprised if Hell or High Water won it too.
Yeah, I'd be very
Love it, but I don't think it's got a chance.
No
Really
chance
dumb.
in hell.
Hell. At Harrison says Arrival winning any award would surprise me in the best way possible. At Rankin Haled said Moana and Arrival winning anything. And at Happy Boulevard said, I would love Kubo and the Two Strings to win. And on the note of us thinking that this is probably going to be the La La Land Awards, at Janine Devine reminds us that The Artist pulled off some major upsets the year it was nominated, so anything's possible.
I
Although
was
the
very
artist
upset.
is about Hollywood, so
Yeah.
Hollywood loves Hollywood.
Yeah.
Joe, what about you? Do you like the Oscars? Do you watch it?
I do watch the Oscars. I don't like La La Land, so I am pulling for a
Wait, you
lot
don't
of
like
underdogs.
it, or you just don't love it?
It was fine.
Exactly. See, that's what happens.
It didn't.
You're saying you don't like it, but you
People
didn't
get
mind it.
polarized.
It didn't inspire my dead heart. Moonlight and Hell or High Water here all the way.
All right. Well, thank you, Joe Starr. Thanks, Dan Murrell. Thanks, Andy Signor. Andy, tell us one more time about the Oscars.
Yeah, tune in here, Screen Junkies News at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be here live stream. We're not, we can't stream the Oscars because that would be illegal, but we're watching in headsets. You'll be able to watch us, and we'll be quiet during the good parts, and then we'll be talking during the boring parts and the commercials and stuff. We have some fun gags. Joe's going to be doing something very fun. He doesn't even know. He's going on a mission. It's going to be it's the Lion mission. We're setting him somewhere in Los Angeles, and he has to walk his way back to the studio before the awards are over.
I'm very excited.
He can't use a phone or money.
I hope he has that head of hair as well from Lions.
It's going to be good. A lot of fun gags and things. A lot of surprise. A lot of the Screen Junkies you know and love are coming, so yeah, check us out.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. And thanks to you all for watching. Also, thanks to T-Mobile for sponsoring this. Don't forget you can see our other videos where me and Roth broke down the categories in more detail in the playlist below. Let us know what you think. Who do you think is going to be the underdog? Do you think there'll be any surprises this Sunday? We love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe and tweet us at SJ News. We'll see you soon.